All right, hey again. Sorry that these 2.4 videos are taking a little bit longer. We just have more information to cover, okay? But here's our last video. We're gonna go ahead and use what we've learned so far, and we're gonna just model some outside of the math classroom situations, okay? Here's our first one. We're gonna buy a used car for $5,500. And what happens is that on average, we're going to pay $400 for different costs involved in owning the car. And that includes insurance, gas, maintenance, etc. And that's going to happen per month. So I'm paying $400 every month to take care of this car that I bought. Okay. The first thing that I want us to do is write an equation that models the total cost, and that's going to be represented by C of the car after owning it for T months. Okay. So in this case, think about what is affecting what, and that'll tell us what is our quote unquote X and what is our quote unquote Y. Okay, well, as time goes on, we're going to have to pay more money on the car. So time is affecting cost. X is going to be our time, quote unquote X, or variable that's going to go on the right hand side of the equation for slope intercept form. And then C is going to be like our Y. Okay, this is just to get you used to using different variables when you're doing slope-intercept form equations. So let's write the equation. It models the total cost of the car. Well, I told you that we're using slope-intercept form, but let's think about why. Okay, I'm going to start off paying this $5,500. So at the beginning, I'm already owing that much money. Before my months that I own this car even start, I already have paid $5,500. So if you think about that. That means that at t equals 0, at 0, my c value is 5,500. Hopefully that reminds you of the y-intercept, right? My y-intercept is the value such that when x equals 0, y is equal to something. That is my y-intercept, okay? So that means that my quote-unquote y-intercept, the b in our y equals mx plus b, is the 5,500. So I know that in my equation, c is equal to blank, whatever number that is, t, plus 5,500. So now I got to find my slope. How much am I paying every single month? Well, it tells us that, right? $400 on average. So we're just going to assume that that is what we're paying every month. So that's our slope. That's what's going to go in front of the t. And there's our model. Okay. So then now, how much will you have paid for the car after owning it for 2 years? This is just so we can kind of refresh on how we use equations, using them as functions, right? So I can go back and forth between this as an equation and this as a function, me being able to plug in something for t, right? Or being able to plug in something for c, depending on what they ask me to. Here they're asking me how much will you have paid for the car after owning it for 2 years. We're going to plug in something for t because they're giving us the time value. So c, my cost after 2 years, is going to be 400 times something plus 5,500. What am I putting in that space? Pause the video really quick and tell me what, or think to yourself, what should go there? Okay, I'm hoping you're not saying 2 because look back up at the problem. What are the units on my t? Months. Okay, so how many months are in 2 years? 24. I need to plug in 24 here. So go ahead and calculate that really quick. Okay, so we get 400 times 24, that's going to be 9,600. And then plus 5,500. What is that equal to? So we're going to get, sorry, I'm not the best at mental math, I'm going to admit to you. That's going to be $15,100. All right, so after owning that car for 2 years, we've paid $15,100. And that's including, like we just described above, that's including the thing we spent, the amount of money that we spent at the beginning to buy the car itself, and then all the fees we've had to pay on it, like gas, insurance, maintenance, etc. Okay, last example. You have $30 to spend on downloading songs from the iTunes store. Some songs that you would like cost 99 cents, while others cost $1.29. Okay, I know probably not many people among us still buy music from the iTunes store, especially nowadays when we have things like Apple Music and Spotify and YouTube, etc. But let's humor them for a second. Let's write down the equation that models the situation. Well, I have $30. Okay, and I'm gonna buy a certain amount of 99-cent songs. I'm gonna buy a certain amount of $1.29 songs. Okay, and I want to make sure that I spend the $30. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna be able to do that. What combination of 99-cent songs and $1.29 songs gets me to $30? Well, like I said, I'm gonna buy a certain amount of $99. 99-cent songs. So the amount of those songs we can represent, let's say, with X. You can pick a different letter, but let's just pick X. Number of 99-cent songs. And then same thing with the $1.29 songs. We can say Y is the number of $1.29 songs. Okay. So then I can say, well, I'm going to buy X amount of 99-cent songs and they'll each go for 99 cents. So however many I buy is times X. Plus however many of the $1.29 songs I buy. 1.29y. So that is my equation. Not all of the equations you write out will be in slope-intercept form. Here is one that's in standard form. Okay? And that's pretty much, I just want you to be able to model with that, right? Now, sometimes I might kind of give you a little bit of a challenge question. And maybe this isn't too much of a challenge, but, just in case it is. I'm asking you, can you afford 15 of each of the different price songs? So can I buy 15 of the 99-cent songs and 15 of the $1.29 songs? And I want you to go ahead and explain in a few different ways. And what I mean by that is maybe you can explain it just by using the information you're given. Maybe you can explain using this equation that you just found. Maybe you can find a way to graph this thing and show me whether or not I can afford 15 of each of those. You go ahead and try that on your own, and we'll see what you come up with in class, okay?